Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Today we are going to spend a little bit more time building a repertoire. So I'm going to try and work on that. I'm going to spend 1 hour, 1.5 hours today. So it's going to be a longer session that I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to do it quite seriously. And today we are going to also look at a few different openings as well. I mean, I'm trying to build a repertoire. I'm looking at building a repertoire which does involve some newer thoughts as well. So one of the things that I'm considering is learning the Stonewall attack as well. So we're going to do that. So what I'm going to do, the approach that I'm going to take to build these repertoires and build these new learnings is practicing with Stockfish level 4, level 5, level 6. So I can play that specific opening with that particular engine. So what we're going to do is, let me first of all define the typical Stonewall structure with white, and I'm going to learn it. Then we can also look at some variations of it and so on and so forth. So we're going to build our repertoire. The first half an hour is going to be on building repertoire, and then I'm going to post the session. I'm going to go ahead and just save it onto a chess base option. So first of all, let's just go to the tools and let's go to analysis board. And the opening that we are trying to practice is a Stonewall attack. So it starts with d4, and if it's a d5, we just play e6. Right. So here we are looking at the Stonewall structure. This is what I thought it was. So do we start? Yeah, I think they start with this, and then let's say he opens this up here. Then we play bishop d6. So this is not even there in any standard opening, so we can just look at the book as well. And let's say they play a move something like this, then we play the f4. The problem with f4 in this situation is the c3, so we just go for c3 structure, and then they can just, let's say they play something. Okay, is there a way we can learn openings? So there's a way to learn openings as well here. Let's try and see that. Openings. So I want to look at the Stonewall. Yeah, I think it's the Queen's game Stonewall. Yes, I want to look at the Stonewall attack. Yes, this is the structure that I am trying to look at. So, okay, we can even train with puzzles, but let's say popular continuations. We can go with the opening explorer here. So the way this thing is evolving is that we're going to play this, and this. This is what we came to as well. And we can then look at the popular continuations. For black, it's c5, we have g6, we have e6. So we have multiple possibilities. And I think the most popular ones are bishop g4. Bishop g4, we have to play f3, bishop goes back, and then we actually go ahead and play this option, right? No, what is the way it works here? Bishop h5, and to keep the pressure here. So this is not the typical Stonewall structure that I'm used to or have seen in the past. So let me just go back here. And let's say he plays c5, we play c3, and knight c6, and then we play f4. Yeah, this is the structure that I was looking at. Knight here, knight bishop goes here, then closes this. So we have a few games in this position, and this is the structure we are going to practice on. So this is the structure, folks, and this is the order of moves in which we are getting this. So I'm going to make this the main line. So we're going to practice some of this today. So I want to look at how do we progress if this set of moves is actually played out in the board. So I'm going to then practice against a computer. So how do we do that? Yes, continue from here, play against a computer. And I'm going to be taking, from this structure, I want to be taking the white side, black to play, and I'm going to play, let's say, Stonewall level 4 or 5 to understand how this actually plays out. So this is going to be our modus operandi of learning the openings. So here the bishop is targeting this. Let us first talk through our ideas in this position. There's no clock here. So why did he play this? It is fine, it's not a problem. Now the probable threats is the knight coming here, then I can take. So I'm going to first play nb to d2, so that now I can actually move the king away. The pawn's getting pushed, but the threat, another push, then I'll block it. There's no hurry for me to block this. Anyways, this knight is pretty much controlled. I'm going to then open this up, and then I'm going to play knight bishop e5. So I'm going to, this is okay. So the idea of course is to get the knight there. So he already exchanged it, so I'm going to take it with this knight, and this knight will now come and sit over here, and we will be okay. So once this is coming in, I'm going to put a bishop on c2, allowing the rooks to be connected, and we do have this break sometime in the future. If he comes in here, it's not an issue. Then the bishop opens up this way. So but I don't want to push this pawn, because then the bishop is totally dead. This bishop is actually in a very poor shape, so we need to do this break. Should I do it now? Should I do it later? So that's a question. When we go back to our analysis, we are going to try and figure this out. Should I push this now? Should I push this later? But I'm going to put my knight in the center. Bishop takes, pawn takes, opening this up, and then break the center. So I'm going to put the knight to e5, bishop takes. Okay, he's brought this rook here. My idea is this break at some point of time, but I think we can, this pawn's weak. I'm not sure why he is not castled. So let me target this pawn here. Alright, so there is that push that has come in. Let me target this knight here. Knight goes back, and then I'm going to push this pawn. King came, queen is coming front. Alright folks, let's take a second here. How do we do this? So I want to activate this bishop. Is there a threat here? There isn't a major threat, so I'm going to activate this bishop this way. Alright, so I'm going to activate this bishop. Let's calculate. I think there's a mistake somewhere here. Is there a mistake here? Which can be? Yes, I can take rook takes and then close this bishop out of the game, and then this bishop becomes fairly active. I think that's a fair idea here, where I'm going to take this off and then totally close this place. No, but that doesn't change the fact. Isn't this a free piece? This is just divided in a free piece. I'm going to simply come back, and now you take. I just take it back. So here's just a piece up. So I think Stockfish level 4 is not the right way to practice openings. I'll have to go for Stockfish level 5. He's given me a free piece. Now I have this option of coming and targeting this pawn, which starts with rook f3. Do we have a back rank? Any threats? I don't see a threat. Of course, they can take this off here as such. That sounds correct. I should have, folks, there's a mistake that I did here. I should have anticipated this move and played the pawn push right away, attacking, opening this up, and I think it would have been a much better. I did a mistake. No issues. Not we are lost. We are okay. No issues. Let's okay. Let's try to see where should the queen lie. So I would want the rook to come in here, or to come in here, and the queen to sit here. So let's say, but then I want the bishop to be activated. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here and then try to move it this way. This pawn is protected. There's no issues. And yeah, this pawn's protected, no issues. This bishop is getting activated. The queen is coming in, so we are fine. So let me offer a queen trade. I'm material up. I should try and go for a trade. It was forced, I guess. And yeah, now we are fine. Now I need to activate the last rook. So let me just do that. Bring it here and here, and just activate the final piece into the game and lets me close the structure in. So I think we have just blocked the whole bishop out of the game, allowing us to slowly develop our pieces. Now I want to find a where should I put my pieces. So let me just... Is this rook getting trapped? Not yet. So I'm going to continue. The problem is, yeah, if I do this, pushing this pawn, then yeah, this I knew was a problem. Not an issue. So we have an escape square, and this knight would then jump in here to target this base pawn. So we continue to do this. We have 3 attackers and 2 defenders, so since we are material up, it makes sense for me to exchange. I'll continue to exchange this. Nothing stopping me from doing that. And I'm threatening mate in 1 here. We had to defend it. Now, alright folks, so let's just get this bishop also to try to attack the king. The king is stuck. Alright. Now let's calculate this. The bishop comes here. If you take the pawn, I have a discovered attack to win this bishop, so that's not working. Now I have a discovered attack, and I think this is a bishop mate that's coming along. Not really a mate, yes. I have the square, and I have this check. The rook is protected. So yes, we are now massive material up, and we continue to exchange logically. Not required for me to exchange here. I'm getting a free pawn, and then the king comes here, and then let me offer. No, why should I do this? I'm going to move away with the idea of check here. Okay, that's not a problem. There is a rook entry, rook defense, all these things. So I have this check, and then I have this one here, this here, and I think there is no real play left. So I'm going to just push my pawns, queen, and convert. It's a straightforward conversion, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't see any trouble. So I'm going to go for principle of 2 weaknesses. I'm going to target this, and then this rook just sits here. Check, goes back, check, and then this here, this here, this here. So very logical way to just simply convert. I have no issues to convert this. You can go ahead, pick up a few pawns. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this off as well. And it was the last pawn. I didn't really want to bother too much. Just convert without any tension. Now I think it's just a matter of time. Alright, I don't know why I did that. I had a waiting one right here. So that's okay. Let's analyze this. I really want to understand the opening, folks. We spent around 7-8 minutes on this game. But main thing is, what was the right set of ideas in this position? So when he played this, I should have kicked. So one of the ideas here is to kick the bishop away. Right, this was one of the ideas. Bishop goes back, take, and then get the queen in, target this thing, and then you take, kick, go back. This comes in here. This is the kind of structure that engine is suggesting. But okay, I played NB to D2, which is still better for black, right? This is still better for black. And then Queen E1 was one of the possible moves which I played. He took. Taking was not a good idea. He took. That's an equalish position. I played the best move here. Knight up. So it's not the best option here. Knight back. What was the idea of knight back? This makes this bishop worse. So the idea is central break. We need to get the break in, so you just go ahead and get the break in, and now everything's activated. A very nice idea, a reverse move in this position to create the break in, and then the point is they have not yet castled, so it makes sense. But I went in and then again the break, so please understand the break is critical in this position. I should have moved the other way around. Why would that be critical? Because then the knight has to go back, and then I can open this up. Oh, that is losing, so you need to play this, and then you get this. And very interesting ideas here, folks, which of course I haven't played a lot of Stonewall. I would want to understand this opening, so I'm trying to build a repertoire. Even though we are starting off with a worse off position for black, we are trying to see if there is something we can do about it. Queen h4, and we are now already much better. I did the break finally, and here I did the best move. And my idea, of course, was once he takes it, yes, I found the right continuation, folks. I think this is something very happy about. I found the right continuation in that position, allowing this double bishop really launching themselves into the game, which is great. Then bishop into, we did this. Here I could have taken the free pawn. I in fact came back. I wasn't sure if there would be enough escape squares, so I was a little concerned, but this also works fine. Yeah, was this an idea? So here what we were thinking is this being an idea. It was not the best, but one of the ideas. And then yeah, I think after this we had a clean conversion, more or less. I think a cleaner conversion. Brought my rooks into the game, and I did the right move, went in. I have missed the simple move, because then I'm going to lose a piece. So I missed a nice little, there's a pin piece, can't protect theme, which I missed. Then of course it was, I did the right thing. I went up, got in, and I think then I simply neatly converted. Alright folks, I'm going to not bother this. I'm going to go ahead and practice once more. And I want to continue from here again. And I want to play against computer. And here I'm going to play computer level 5, and I'm going to play white. Right, and I want to see if I can find some ideas in this position. Now here, as we did last time, I want to look at NB to D2 and then get the queen out of this pin. So which I'm going to do. Now I can just open it up. C3, this one. Okay, the queen comes in here. But my idea is to put the knight in the center. Or is there a problem with this? Bishop goes back. It's not an issue. We have here yeah, I need the break, so I'm going to go ahead and break the center. Open this up. I'm not sure that was the best way to handle this. I'm going to offer the exchange as well, because I'm material up, and he took it, so which is fine. And now we are in this position, so we are material up. So this is the only problem being this bishop is not activated, but I'm getting this free pawn, and then I think the bishop gets activated, and the knight is going to do this fork to win the exchange. That was the problem. Okay, no issues. So I'm going to go ahead and allow this exchange. And yes, this is very nice. So as you can see, I have been doing a few mistakes. Alright. So now we are an exchange down, but now I need to find a way to go back and exchange up. And I'm going to open this up and try and capture this. Is there a back rank threat? I don't see it. Oh, this I want to take back, folks. This is the problem. So I'm going to first block this escape square and then open this up, right? Yes, he took it because now he's going back to material equal. Alright folks, so clearly Stockfish FIDE is doing a much better job. So I think I'll resign and let me do the analysis. What was my mistakes? Alright folks, Stockfish FIDE, I think I'm playing too fast. That's the problem. I finished this match in fairly fast time duration. Oh yes folks, I missed this sequence here and I'm material up and I didn't do it. Here I was completely winning. This I should not be doing because of this fork that exists, and then things go bad, so I have to open this up. And once this happened, still I have this option here. I continues to play some. Yes, so I should have just played this off. Takes, and we were fine. Then I did a mistake and now I gave them the advantage. Alright folks, so we're going to play this again. As you can see, I am missing some basic ideas in this opening. Play against a computer. I'm going to play against Stockfish level 5. I'm going to play white. And as you can see, the middle game ideas is where I'm still lacking. Yes, when this happens, we just first put NB to T2 and then just open this up. I'm going to go with that idea. He takes, I take, and I escape out of this position. So the idea is to come here and target this. Close, I just go back. I still have this idea here. Now here there's not much of a threat, so I'm going to open this up. And yes, I'm going to do the central break. The idea of the central break here works pretty well. So here, what do we got? What have we got? We take it up. Alright folks, let's think about it. I think we have an option to G4, G5. H3, H4, H5 is a possibility. There are two defenders. Yeah, I think we are fine. We can still target this. Yeah, we saw this idea last time and which we did not implement. So we get a piece. If you exchange, I don't mind exchanging. I would prefer the bishop over the knight. And then I want to put my knight into this square here. Right here. And then let's continue. I think I have this move now. Yeah, of course, he has to play that there. And yeah, so I have this option of getting the rook in and trying to put pressure. Let me take that option. Now slow down, let's just slow down a bit. Let us try to put pressure. Queen is not getting trapped. This knight is really doing a good job. Now let us push the knight away with this bishop being protecting this pawn. Take it, targeting the space, and then put pressure, putting a bit more pressure through this and this. And I also have this move here. So putting pressure, the rook comes to defend, and then this rook comes in and this pawn's lost. Very nice. So he has that option. Then let me do this way, targeting this will push front. Then I play this here. Very nice. Play this here. And then pushing this here. So I have this here, so the king has to come here. So it's a very nice defensive structure that he's taken it up. No. What happened? queen should have come in there. Okay, no issues. Now we have this pawn push idea. And then this pawn push idea works. He offering exchange, of course I'm okay with an exchange. And then put pressure on this pawn, which is worked. So I'm going to take this. Further take this, putting pressure on this pawn here. This pawns can be easily protected. The bishop comes in. Yeah, bishop comes in, folks. Attacking this, sitting here. Attacking this pawn. And the rook simply attacks this pawn here. This pawn is defendable. No issues. And then we have... Alright folks, this I think I should win. Defend. Don't allow counterplay. Target this pawn here. Take this. Take this, take this. So many options. Block this for the moment. Close this like this. I think this is like a pretty straightforward conversion. We can target this pawn here at the space. We can okay, let's take push and then defend this a square to queen. Now we need to take care of the stalemate. So I'm going to not give him too many chances, and let's close this. Let's go to analysis. Of course, we found that specific sequence where the opponent blundered the piece. Let's look at computer analysis. I know we did blunder, so I think Stockfish level 5 is my current level, which is not really great, I agree, but it is what it is. Stockfish level 5 is giving me some options, then I'm able to do this. I can't believe it that I haven't done any mistake against Stockfish level 5. So there's like my accuracy, my middle game, my end game has been great. I cannot believe this. So last game, folks, it's been 30 minutes since we've been practicing this opening. I'm going to figure out this few lines. I'm going to put this into my opening repertoire, and I'm going to play one more game against a computer, Stockfish level 6. And of course, we have given them a massive initial advantage, so they will convert it. So I'm going to play the NB to D6, and then queen moves out. Idea, that's what we are trying to work with. Take, we allow this kind of a structure, and then put my knight in there, open this up. Alright, when they offer the exchange, we take the exchange. Alright folks, so now here let's open the bishop along this diagonal here, and yes, alright, so we are fine. I shouldn't open this up, targeting this pawn here. This pawn's lost. So is this pawn. So it's been a fair amount of exchanges that has happened. And I can target this pawn, I can defend this. I need to see how to progress, but let's say I do this, putting massive pressure on this square here. Yes, now it's a bit of a problem. Oh, this is there, so I think we can resign. But let's analyze what went wrong, and this is exactly the kind of lines we have to be practicing. So we've been losing, we lost that match. Okay, yes, so folks, understand that why this is not work. We have to understand that. That's the whole idea of this opening practice. So once you play the NB to D2, I should ideally be, once the queen comes in there, I should try to kick, goes back, then put the bishop here, queen here, kind of situation, and then oh, that's how we try to develop this centralization. Then it's lost if you do that. Castle's still better off. So here what I should have done, I should have stopped from play, takes, and then reroute the knight here. It's fine, this was fine. So what we should have tried to do is still control this square, which we didn't do. This was not the best idea. Push the queen into the game. It's not what happened. Knight e4. NB2 was wrong because I'm losing a pawn. Here I should have controlled this square, then open this up. This is the problem in this kind of a structure. Knight into e5, knight into e5. This one, pawn takes, bishop takes, rook takes. Then I played knight f. Rook takes, it's fine. Here I should have just brought it back. We were great if we could have just brought it back. We were great, but then I tried something else. And of course it was lost. And this is of course lost. Alright folks, great. I think overall a good learning day on the openings. I'm going to go ahead and spend our next 1 hour like how we normally do. We've practiced an opening, a specific type of opening, and we've reached this time slot, and I think which is great. Opening practice, we are trying to just understand Stonewall. Spend half an hour on this. Now let's do some puzzle themes. First of all, let me do puzzle streak. We have reached 53, and now it of course gets tougher. Not easy for us to really get going on this. So let's see what's happening here. We are materially massively down, so 2 exchanges down, so we are basically 4 pawns worth material down. We have this check here, which is not easily defendable. The king comes there. Right, other alternative of course is start with discovered check before delivering the next set of checks. So one of those two is correct. This check here, the king has to move somewhere, here or here. Either which ways I deliver one of the checks, and then there's a mating sequence with the rook. Okay, let's think about this check, the king comes here. Right, that's possible, and then we can deliver this check, the king comes here. This check, the king comes here. But once these sort of things happens, I think we have some discovered attacks, some forks, etc., etc. My idea is because it's 53, it's fairly tough. So let's think a second about this. We have this check. What's the idea of this check? Why can't we do this check, etc., etc.? The idea is, let's say you go this way, then you're probably getting mated. Check, king comes here. Check, king comes here. Oh, there's no mate. Check. So I think we can start moving in. So what if that doesn't work? This, I'm not sure why can just come in here and then this gets targeted. This check, I come here directly and I target this, so I think this is the correct one. Okay, the move order's gone wrong. Check, 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 check. We get a queen, so it's a fairly long sequence, and of course I haven't done a great job. So folks, we start off the day. We don't really start the day. You can say we're starting off the day afresh. Here, what's going on here? We have this check. Alright, check. Where does the king go? King goes here and mate. It's a 2-move mate. Not very tricky with the bishop sitting in the edge. Here we have a 1-move mate. As we know, the first 10 of them are fairly easy. Hopefully we should be able to do it. This is mating with the pawn. Here we have mate with the pawn again. So here we have what do we have here? Bishop check. King comes here. Queen checkmate. So it's a 2-move mate again. So we start with check, check, and a mate. Here the discovered attack wins the queen. Here we have mate with the bishop. It's not a mate now. Okay, sorry. I have of course got puzzle number 7 wrong, you can say, because what I thought was the answer was not the answer. Interesting situation. What's happening here? Yeah, we can threaten this kind of a sequence. But why did he come here in the first place? Why would he come here? I can threaten this. Yeah, it's a possibility. Do this and do this. There's a possibility. If I play this here, I can push this here as well, but not sure. If I do this here, king this moves somewhere, and then I can do this fork. I think that's what the question is. Yeah, this fork wins the queen, so I was right. Luckily we spotted it. This is a ladder mate situation. King cannot come here, here, here. So question is which rook? Does it really matter? I don't think so it matters. Oh no, I am having poor visibility today. So folks, we've just done 8 and we stopped. So we'll do another 2-3 minutes. Let's see if I can get back to at least a 10 kind of a situation. Alright, let's see what's happening here. We have check. And a mate. Here we have check and a mate. And here we have check and a mate. Here we have, so is it a ladder mate? Check. King comes here, wanting to escape this way. Okay, it's a discovered attack, winning the queen. Here we win the queen, or this one. Here we have mating 1. Here we have, it's not a mate though. We win this knight. We win this knight, yeah, that's the case. We win this knight. Here we have okay, this is a fork puzzle, sorry, pin puzzle. We win the queen. Here we have, yes, this one is so the point is that we can play this here. If the queen takes, we get the queen. If king moves away, we get this rook after taking the queen, of course, or even if before, it shouldn't matter. Alright folks, so let's try and do this last 30 seconds. Can we get 2 more right? And let's reach 10. 10 or 11, 10, 11. Let's reach 10 and we can stop. Here what's happening. Alright, so check. King comes here. Check. King comes here and delivers the mate. So it's a completely 3-move simple sequence. Alright folks, we've done 10 minutes of puzzle streak to warm up. So we're going to go to puzzle themes and we're going to go to whatever we practiced in the morning today. As we see, we're trying to build the repertoire, so we're trying to understand. So we're going to play we've been trying to search for Stonewall attack. Yes, the Queen's Pawn game, Stonewall attack. We have a few puzzles. We're going to practice these puzzles. So let's start off. The color doesn't matter. So we have the Stonewall structure. It takes and then we go for, oh wow, F4 still gets played. King goes back. Very interesting. Okay, here of course, you know, the white structure seems really poor or not so great. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it here, check. Once we get it here, check. The king can come, king will probably come here. We have this check, king goes somewhere else. Now queen can enter in and threaten a few mates. It's not the case, we get the queen in directly, threatening this mate. I can take this in fact. Ah wow. I think I missed this mating and threat and missed this puzzle. Let's see again how the position came about. Standard Stonewall structure. Okay, so we took that. Now they're trying to open up the bishop. Yeah, that was probably what they should be doing. Alright, here let's see what are the ideas that we've got. We have this idea here, pinned piece can't protect, kind of an idea. There's no weak pieces here. We have this pawn push deflecting the queen, but I'm not saying if I'm getting anything by doing that. Bishop takes, pawn takes, and then I can take this. So knight takes, pawn takes, and knight takes. We get this one pawn. So if I take knight, which piece I want it to be with us in the end is the bishop attacking this pawn as well. So let's say, all right, this is why did we have a check and we gain the queen. My question of course would be, why didn't they take it the other way around? I took that. What is the problem with this? I take. So that's it. Is it worse off than this? How is that worse off than this? King moves away. Ah, you lose the central thing. You lose this. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice, 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 nice. I like the way it worked. So let's try and see. This basically is giving us a few pitfalls of playing the Stonewall. This is a problem. If we don't tackle this, ideally we should take this up if I'm not wrong. Then we play this. He still went ahead, put up the Stonewall. And yeah, wow. This one, it's a threat. There's a threat of a fork decimating a very interesting. Here the problem is I take, you take is the problem. So we start with this. Queen takes, pawn takes, queen takes, and then it's in bad shape. So we have this pawn takes threat, which is actively defending the situation. Of course, he's threatening this. I'm threatening to take 2 pieces, and there is, yeah. Well, the point is I'm attacking this as well, so he has to do something about it, and I get this. So yes, great folks, we got a couple of them right. We'll spend 5 more minutes on this set of puzzles, and we'll see the kind of mistakes that happens with white. Shalom structure achieved, bishop activation done, knight blocking the whole thing. This is the situation where the Greek gift has not worked or does not work. The question of course remains why. I take, he gives a check, I go back here, the queen comes here, and then I have this move on push. So yeah, pawn push, not a pawn push, the knight comes in to defend. The problem with pawn push is it was not working. Okay folks, I think I just played a little too fast, and this, so I knew that the Greek gift had failed based on the theme. Wow, so this is an idea. Block this and then open this up. Center comes up, bishop comes back. Wow, that is the Greek gift working this time around. You start off with this check and then get the queen in. I need to find a square where there's no checks possible, which is this. No, folks, this is what I need to do. I need to find a square where there's no check possible, because otherwise they have like a nice little mate coming up. So the way it works is this check is controlled by this bishop, so I can allow those. I cannot allow any further checks. So if I'm staying here, if I come here, this check is met with this, and there's no other checks possible. So it's this one, no, this one, no, this one. Then why did, okay, let's see. Check, not a check. Alright, I'm not understanding why this did not work. So what if he gives this check? I was thinking I can come here. Come here. This one. Then this is taken. This is taken. There's a fork. Wow, it's a very tough puzzle. Let me tell you that. Finding that fork from that position. So this move here needs massive calculation. Massive calculation. So this doesn't work because of the fork at the end of a large long sequence. It just doesn't work clearly. And of course this doesn't work. This takes, this comes here, queen defense. I do have this check because of this discovery which is there. So the only one that works. So it's a very tough puzzle one, folks. Okay, last puzzle for the day, and I'm going to then practice against real people. I'm going to go for the Stonewall as an opening to learn the Stonewall. But let's see how this came about. A pretty standard way it operates. You do the rook lift, a sack, but not really a sack, because now this is a sack. This is not possible because it just can be taken because of the spin. This is a pretty critical idea in Stonewall. Understand that there is normally a pin on this diagonal. We have this check, king takes, this check, king comes here somewhere. I think it's a tricky one because this check, the king takes, queen check. So the thing is, the key thing we need to understand is this: all these are stuck here. The king is open, so I need to find a way to attack the king. Knight here, attacking this pawn. Is there a defense? Knight here, bishop takes. Not working. I want to move towards. No? Move away, move away. Move here, you can take it. There's no way to stop the mate. Oh, this is fairly tough. Folks, no issues. I think we had a good one. And today, let me tell you, from today onwards, every game is a learning game. I think that's the objective which was lost in the last 4-5 sessions. We are learning a new repertoire, the Stonewall with white. So, alright, so we're going to try the Stonewall today against Ayushman Biala. Knight here, bishop here. We have the Stonewall on board. Now from here is where we need to try and evaluate and understand. Now the problem, Knight f4 and then nb to d2, blocking this movement. Knight f3, knight this thing. So simply castle and then put the bishop here. Now the problem with bishop being developed here is that this kind of diagonals become weak. These kind of diagonals become weak. Allowing rook f3, rook h3, g4, g5 ideas as well sometimes. Once the bishop settles, knight settles on e5. So the typical ideas in Stonewall structure. Oh, we are at 176. Right, again we'll not look at, as I said, the rating. I'm going to play this here. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight opens up, queen comes into the game. I think he's going to try to castle the queen side. Yeah, I don't know, they will. And then I have to put the whole Stonewall structure that comes up, then open. So I'll do the pawn storm on this side. The knight sitting in the center. Now let's see. Right, he castled. Well, yeah. So I'm going to put my. Should I put the rook lift or should I? I'm going to get the queen into the game and let's see if it works. Knight here, knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes. So we had a pawn here. Okay. Let's calculate this. Bishop takes, king takes. My knight is not in the right square, so I'm going to target this pawn here and defending this here. I have a draw. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, king takes. It's a draw. So I have a draw already available. I'm going to put rook quick here, hoping to get this in and then try and do this. Take. That whole structure is closed, and then the bishop just walks, knight just walks in. Gives up a piece to get the defensive ideas in. So makes sense, but I still get my bishop into the game, and he's going to sit in a defensive structure for a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this here, target this, open this. The bishop is not having great squares. I'm going to put this in here and then put the bishop here. So I'm still going to target this area. I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. So I have a few options. I can open this up, but currently it's not working. This here on push, I think I want to get that done. Okay, let me just provoke it and come back and then try to get this pawn push to work, or I can actually reroute the bishop here. What's the better idea? I'm going to try and reroute the bishop. So I'm going to reroute the bishop to this and then try to exchange that off. Okay, pawn push. I don't want that pawn push. We can close it. Put every piece in the light squares. This bishop is not in great shape. Then I'm going to put. Okay. Alright folks, so how do we continue from here? What is his idea? His idea is this pawn push, the knight sits here, bishop sits here. It appears a bit passive. Bishop takes, pawn takes, and then sits here, it's fine. The thing is, this knight is not having a great place to stay. Queen is not really active yet. I'm still targeting this pawn at the base. I had to draw in the opening as we saw. Yes, we need to find some good middle game ideas. I'm going to get the queen back in and then try and sit here. And queen comes here, is met by bishop sits here. No, actually, rook sits here. Then I'm going to get my queen back and just consolidate my position. So let's see how that goes. I think that's good out of the opening, but I didn't find the right middle game continuation. And a massive kingside attack which got thwarted. Bishop rerouted itself, came to the center. Pawn push, the bishop just comes here, then we are fine. We have queen entry. That's what I was basically targeting. Let's calculate this. If queen comes here, rook comes here, pawn push, rook's lost. So if queen comes here, I defend it this way. Pawn push, bishop goes on the other side. Alright, so that calculation was important. I had done the mistake. So if queen comes here, rook comes here, pawn push traps the rook. So queen comes here, bishop sits here. Pawn takes, pawn lost. Okay, I think there's a problem. I should have taken this. Oh, I can still do it. I think there's some calculation error which I've done here. I should have simply taken this. Shift takes. Queen comes here, I am going to counter attack. He takes, I take, he takes, I take. There is queening. But I have a nice attack. Let's calculate it. Here, I need to counter attack. What's happening? I think he forgot the game exists. Finally, he plays this. I would simply take it back. We are fine. Okay, great. We are fine here. Right, let me see where should I put my knight. Yes, I want the knight to sit here, attacking this pawn and defending this knight. Bishop, this pawn. Okay, no issues. Let's try. Ending this. So this is coming up that I can see it. I'm threatening this fork and threatening this pawn, so one of them has to go. Let's go to analysis board and let us analyze, because of course this is an opening I have not played. I'm winning, I understand, but what was my mistake that we have here? Of course we've done okay, great. I think they've done a really nice way to calculate opening, middle game, end game. Of course my middle game's bad. Well, it's so opening, I guess, where opponent did a mistake. Yes, opening was, there were a few mistakes. My opening had a 91% accuracy, overall 86, 91, 76. Let's look at this. Right, I knew there was a mistake here. I think I wasn't sure how to handle this, and I know this was a blunder. I was completely winning and I did a mistake. Right here, just push. Yes, we had this, then we had this. Simply take a check, moves away. Alright, perfect. So I found the mistake that I did here. Okay, the idea being this one. He says place g4. Take, cannot take. Okay, the pawn push is what was happen. Take, pawn takes. Takes, pawn takes. Then we have submit. Alright, great folks. So not a bad attack that happened. But yes, we did do some inaccuracies and all of that. Let's just review the opening ones. That's what I'm very concerned about. So it's fine. This was an inaccuracy. Rook left. Yeah, I was confused between the two. Rook left was more accurate. Queen h5 was okay. So as of the opening, more or less, I was able to penalize the mistakes and learn from it. Alright folks, let's play one more game for the day. Maybe we can do a couple of more games for the day. Alright, so we're going to practice the Stonewall. We've got this. I put the bishop in, targeting this, allowing this here, Knight comes in, other knight jumps in. We are fine, there's nothing wrong with the current situation, and I simply castle and then get out of the way. Yes, I simply get out of the way and we are fine. Next, so we are okay. This thing can come in here. Alright. Bishop takes, queen, bishop takes, pawn takes. Yeah, this structure, I am not sure if it's a great option for white. Okay, the problem is this rook is bad, misplaced, which I agree as a point for the opposition. But then I have this attack. There's a double attack, you can say. Yeah, he had to do that, but then I spoiled the castling situation. I have this fork. King comes here. Takes. Takes. And I have this takes. I have this check. Allowing my rook to come back, so I think we are fine. This rook comes simply back. Check. Alright folks, let's quickly calculate is there anything we can do here. Rook here, rook takes, check, queen takes, pawn takes. Then this is a passer. I think giving up this pawn is okay. Nothing's wrong. Rook takes, queen takes, whatever. Offering this exchange. A misplaced rook, we are a pawn up, and I think the endgame is suitable for us. So rook comes here, which is a logical way to play this. Check. Rook queen takes, this pawn takes, then rook takes, pawn takes, rook takes, and the king sits here, which makes sense for us to play that way. When a pawn up, king is active. This rook is passively placed. This rook is actively placed, but then the king we can slowly develop my pawns and then continue. Alternatively, we can keep the queen or queens on the board. Yeah. So this is what I'm thinking. Queen take, queen check, queen takes, pawn takes, rook takes, king takes, rook comes in, and the king sits here. And then we will enter it this way after developing the pawns and stabilizing this side of the equation. So or rook takes, queen takes, rook takes. I'm passive, so I don't want to do that. Alright, so we are fine here. The king just comes, sits here. Yeah, you can go there, no issues. The rook controls all the pawns. We don't allow further king entry. This check delivers this blockage for the king entry, and then we are fine. We can then happily move over to the other side. Oh, so there's no entry here, my mistake. But now I can get the rook to come in from this side. Now the rook is blocking my king entry. The king sitting here, we have this. Okay. I don't know why he allows this king entry, but I'll take it. He will sit here. King comes out. I have a little bit of play. Active king controlling a few squares. Now here so now what happens is the king is controlling a few squares. Rook wants to enter from this way, which you can do, but then this pawn is running. You go here, the king enters. Alright, this is a problem. Attacks the base pawn. I come here, attack this pawn. I'm going to push this pawn, I'm trying to create a second passer here. Pawn, queen, push here. Check. Alright, then I'm just going to try to create that passer. I have this passer now. It's a little hard to stop it. Take this, I this is in some which way is winning. I'm pushing this, threatening to push the pawn. Let's calculate this. Pawn push, rook takes, king takes, and then I have this opposition. At some point of time I get an entry. I have the opposition, so play. So then I get this pawn, and this is queening. If he pushes the pawn, I push this pawn. He has to do something. And I'm winning. Alright folks, let's think about it. Push, no, pawn takes, I have the opposition. You can go ahead and take that way, but then it's too slow. I'm queening in 4 moves. Alright, so I'm going to sit here, allow my king to come in, and I'll convert. Yeah, there was no way to stop my king from coming in and pushing him around and creating the mating sequence. So let's analyze this game as well. I think first of all, Leeches has improved the computer analysis, opening, middle game, end game. I think I was okay in the end game. Alright, let's analyze this. Oh, but there was no mistakes. This is probably my highest accuracy game in a while, and I did convert pretty cleanly. Let's look at any opening inaccuracies. And about here, there's no opening inaccuracies as well, so we were okay out of the opening. We did some play here, equal endgame. And yeah, that just allowed my entry, and then second weakness created. Oh, I had a much better view here. I had to push this here and move somewhere else, then I can. Alright folks, so let's play the last game for the day, and then we've done Stonewall practice. Couple of games also luckily happened in the similar structure. We won them, not the cleaner of the wins in the first case. Right, we are playing black, and I think the king's Indian defense. No, we're going to go for the Sicilian structure. We're going to practice a bit. Here also we have had issues of converting. So here we typically open this up, a6 before, and then put my bishop here, targeting this pawn. The knight comes in. This is fine. Put the knight in. So here the problem has been the kingside attack, and I need this break. I haven't done this break. This is a problem. So I'm going to make this break happen, and then put bishop in, knight in, and castle. Alright, this seems to be okay. This is where we have had trouble. And I think click castle and then kick him. Opening this up, this pawn's protected. You're fine, and I will try to close this bishop out of the game. I will close this bishop out of the game. So first of all, get this going. So I'm trying to close this bishop out of the game. If it is an opening thing, then I'll just let's see how it can take this up. Putting pressure, I will open this up actually. Next, forcing a few exchanges. We do have this option. Not really. Let's calculate this sequence. Let's say if it was us to play, bishop takes pawn, bishop takes knight, rook takes queen, bishop takes pawn, queen takes rook doesn't work, so bishop takes pawn, bishop takes knight, rook takes rook takes queen, bishop takes queen, check, king takes, bishop takes, and this takes. So how did we lose? It's not working. Let's calculate what are the material losses in this position. Bishop takes pawn, bishop takes knight, rook takes, check, rook takes. We are losing material, but I can force the other way around, right? I play this here, threatening this. Bishop goes back, and then I can still go ahead and play this. So I've opened this up, forcing this exchange. Rook takes. What's this off? I think this is a forced exchange. Yes. Rook takes. Alright, so now the thing is, this diagonal is weak at some point in time, and I want to put my knight here and target this pawn. Knight here is a good knight, so I'm going to go and target that. Rook takes rook, queen takes rook, rook comes in, then queen comes back here, targeting this kind of a situation. Let's see. I have this check. No, this check doesn't work. Yes, I think. Yes, so this I knew would happen, and then the rook comes in, the queen rearranges itself here, the bishop sits here, rook comes here. Yeah, so that's because they want to block this. Rook comes here, and then I need to find good squares for my two knights. The bishop can open this up, open up this way. Queen can come in here, and yeah. Let's check. We can do this check. We have this check as well. Yeah, I need to first find the right square for this knight, and then we can play the game. We have this here. Actually, this is not a This is a bad check because the queen simply takes it. So yeah, blunder check, blunder check, blunder check, blunder check. So I want to open this up. Alright, the knight needs to sit here, folks. That's the only good square. Bishop squares are more or less controlled. Yeah, it's not an issue. They want to exchange. I'm okay with that exchange. Multiple exchanges, I guess. Now, queen takes. And it's like a pretty drawn endgame. This is a drawn endgame, which we are fine with. There are two defenders and two attackers. Knight comes here, I can simply take this bishop for it's a blunder. So he would probably take. We have this check and then I can... Alright, that was... Yeah, this check. Yeah. The knight goes back. Alright, I come here and defend this. Knight comes here, I have this check. Oh, alright folks, I just blundered a piece. I think this is... I am not doing the blunder check properly. Wait. Sorry folks. I should have figure out what's happening. Yeah, I am trying to take this kind of a structure, and then I open this up. Then I open this up here. You cannot take because of this. Knight comes here. We're covering the pawn. So we are fine in this position. I think I was okay at up to a point, and then I think I miscalculated in the previous game. And I have this f3 break, f6 break, which I'm going for. I close this and then I do the f6 break. F6 break, the problem is the rook opening up in this diagonal. Not clear. Queen comes in and defends. Okay, this is fine. We have this attacking this pawn. I have this fork. It's kind of a... Is it a fork? Pawn takes, queen, rook takes, and then I can simply take this. Yeah, he has a fork defense. Then the knight can jump in. The ideal case for the knight is sitting here, but there's no way to enter there or reach there. So I'm going to castle. Alright, so I'm going to reroute the queen. I want to reroute the knight. I want to put the bishop in here, continue to run this diagonal, and then let me put this in here. Okay folks, so I think my ideas are rook, bishop here and knight here. I'm going to continue to just put the knight here. knight comes here, knight comes here. Acting this pawn and having a discovered pin. I have this one here. Alright, this I have to stop this. Yes, correct. Option, I can of course take this. I can target this. Now I have an escape square for my bishop. I have finally this bishop's activated, and this bishop can attack the queen, and I think we are okay out of the opening. Of course, this bishop is the bad bishop in this position, and then this queen attacking this pawn, rook attacking this pawn. Okay, now the problem is bishop comes here. This is a problem. Alright, this is what I've been doing. I've not been able to find the defensive ideas in most of the positions. I want the queen to come and sit here. So what will happen next is bishop comes here. I kick the queen. Queen takes, and then the bishop comes and sits here. Alright, let's see if that works. Give up this pawn, but then getting the bishop to sit here. That's a defensive idea. Alright, but still I can play the same set of moves. My idea of deflecting the queen was to sit here. Then target this weak pawn on b2. And I'm going to sit here. So I have got the bishop to a defensive position, and I'm going to then put my rooks along this diagonal. Put this rook here, and finally get the queen to sit here at some point in time. So I went a little more defensive here. Last couple of games I have not been able to find defensive ideas. I found one defensive idea at this point in time. Then I have queen, rook. Bishop is badly placed. His idea is pawn push, pawn push. That doesn't stop me from targeting this pawn. Okay, thank you for the free rook. And this free pawn. I'm not going to take this pawn, folks. That's not what I want. I can take with this rook. I want the bishop to save me from any such tricky ideas. Threatening back rank mate. here I'm just going to be purely defensive. Why don't we find an active defense? Where would I want my queen? Alright, so now that is a mistake because of this. I have an entry now, king entry, queen entry. So you made the king sufficiently weak for me to now target you, and you don't really have a play yet. And some pawn push, your own pawns can act as my defense. So I think alright, so as I had predicted, that is a mistake and allows my queen to try to enter in this. There's no threat, this rook is safe, and I'm now threatening this move here, exchanging the queens off the board. Yeah, queens off the board, I'm winning. Threatening this coward attack. Still gonna push for it. Pawn push is blunder because then this I think this is lost. You shouldn't push the pawn because the pawn will act as a defense. For me, this allows me to exchange the rook. And now finally I'll get the other rook activated, and this is queening, this pawn's queening, the a5 pawn's queening, and then the match is lost. So it's I can defend the bishop. In fact, he cannot even attack the bishop. The bishop is non-attackable, and the queening is unstoppable. Overall, it's a one game. So yeah, I think we can go to analysis board. I need to see where I missed because I think in the middle game there were some mistakes. But yeah, in free piece turned the thing in my favor. My middle game, of course, I can clearly see there is a Endgame. It's a mistake because I had this move. Then you play this. Very nice. I had a correct idea. Poor execution. Now the problem is this threat. It was much better somehow. He was much better here. F5, push, then you sit here. Alright folks. This idea works here, and here we have this push. Possible move is push. Here we have to push it here, and here we had to. This is a pinned piece, so pinned pawn. So we push this, and when it comes in here, then close this whole thing up, giving queen entry. Beautiful way to defend. So yes, somehow just because of opponent blunder, I was able to win the match. And there was an equal position before the blunder. It was not like a lost position; it was equal position, but the blunder caused, in fact, a couple of inaccuracies in the middle game for the opponent. So my center pawn loss being 49. Alright folks, we closed the day. We spent almost a couple of hours today. I need to see what did I do here. Analysis board, risk analysis. I think these have done a very good job. I think just here it's equal. Here it's equal. Here just come back. And he pushes this. Take. Oh my god, it was a mistake. A piece of okay. I think it has equalish position. Blundered a piece. One single move mistake. So endgame, of course, a single move mistake has a huge center pawn loss. But otherwise, decent out of the opening. In fact, better off in the middle game. Positionally was okay. Middle game was okay. In the end game, just blundered a piece. I think it's not such a bad case in terms of the overall day. Thank you all. I think we had a decent day. 3 wins and a loss. Nothing related to that. I mean, spent 1.5 hours today. Almost 2 hours, 1 hour 40 minutes on this chess, which is great. Thank you.